Hello, everybody. Happy 777. Hi, Christine. Hello, Lucy. Hi, Courtney. Hi, Sandy from Rhode Island. Hello, Anne. Hello, Lucy. Hello, Tony. Melinda, good morning. Awesome. Continue to say hello. Let us know where you're joining from so we can see how far around the globe we're reaching today. If you don't know me, my name is Jacqui Mancuso. I'm joining you guys from Northern Illinois, and I am known on Insight Timer for talking about astrology and then pulling oracle cards to deepen the messages from whatever the planets are trying to tell us. Karen says hello from Ohio. Snez, good morning. Fiona, happy 777. Love it. Melinda's from Columbus. Jackie says, greetings, lovely Jackie and sweet friends. Happy 777. Lindsay, hi Jackie, and all from Muskoka, Canada. Very cool. Lucy's in sunny Suffolk in England. Christine says hello again to Melinda, Fiona, and her soul sister. Natalie, hello from south of France. I love it. Diane, Om Shanti from Iowa. Akriti from India. Look at that. All over the place. Kim's from North Carolina. Very, very cool. Faye from Denmark. Hello, Bonnie from Ohio. Charlotte says Florida's in the house. Courtney says that she worked 2 summers in Muskoka. Pretty cool. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so 777, why are we calling it 777? Today's the 7th day of the 7th month, and if you take all of the numbers in 2023 and you add them up, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals 7. So that's where we get this 777 from. Lori says hello from Wisconsin. Sharon, hello from Puerto Rico. Awesome. So this 777 portal happens today, and then it happens 2 more times this month. So it's going to happen on the 16th, because if you take 1 plus 6, that equals 7, giving us another 777. And then also on the 25th of July, because 2 plus 5 is 7. Thank you very much, Anne, for your donation. Appreciate it. So when it comes to these energy portals, I recommend also, don't just listen to me. Every spiritualist right now, I feel like, has their own feeling of what the 777 portal is all about. So take what resonates from today, leave what doesn't, and I invite you to go listen to everyone else and formulate your own opinion about 777, especially because of the energy that the number 7 holds. Oh, that's so cool, Bonnie. Today's my niece's birthday. She's pretty excited about the numerology. I would be too. So the number 7 is the number of the seeker. It's the number that represents our inner wisdom through solitude. 7 is the number of spiritual awakening. It is the mystical, intuitive, angelic number. And it's everywhere. There's 7 days in a week. There's 7 continents. 7 is just everywhere. I had more examples and they just left my mind right now. But lucky number 7, it's kind of just in our culture, that lucky number 7. Christine says, I woke up this morning with the numbers 3 and 4. I'm thinking you'll pull a 4th card at the end, and then I realized they also add up to 7. I love it. 7 colors in the rainbow. Sharon, thank you. 7 days in a week. Did I say that one? There's more 7s. Tell us in the comments what else comes up with 7. What are there 7 of? Yvonne says, good morning, all. Excited to be here and learn about the portal. Love it. 7 wonders of the world, 7 chakras. Thank you. These are all things that we all know. Yeah, 7 chakras. I just forgot. Jackie says, I drew the awakening card in the what? Oh, work your light deck. Oh, this one, Jackie? The one that I'm going to use today? Of course you did. The seven dwarves, the seven seas. Thank you. So seven has a lot of different meanings, but the way that I'm working with the 777 portal is that solitude, inner wisdom, seeker energy. I've been bringing in, seven sins. Good one, Fiorella. I've been bringing in this energy of the seven ever since January 1st, because we're in the year of the seven. So the feel of this whole year to me has been this seeker, spiritual awakening, mysticism, just sitting with myself and waiting for the answers to come. 7-Up. Heads up, 7-Up. Do you guys ever play that in elementary school, if anyone is like my age? So, what can we use the 7-7 portal for? It's whatever you want to call in. This is all coming from your intention. Anything that you want in your whole life, like whether it's 777 or not, everything comes from intention. And once you decide that something is true, it just is. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Once you decide, it is. So this day, it's really, it's advantageous to get clear on what you want, because the clearer you can get with what you want, the clearer your intentions are, and the easier it is for your spirit guides, for source, for your higher self to bring it all in. So today, the 16th and the 25th, there's 3 days that we get to use the 777 number. There's 88 meditators here right now. That's pretty cool. Hi, Jennifer. I advise to participate in solitude, not as much as you can, I guess, if that feels good to you, but take some time with yourself on these days. Go within for the answers that you desire. Use your inner wisdom. These 777 portal days are a wonderful time to call in your higher self, because, your higher self lives in your inner world all of the time anyway, so why not just connect with them and see what they have to say about what you want? I'm feeling the energy of asking a question and then sitting with yourself for the answer. So something like, I've had a theme come up in my life this week multiple times, and I want to know why. Why do I keep attracting these circumstances into my life? Why does this same pattern keep happening, and why is it ramping up right now? So that's an example of what I'm going to sit with later today when I have some free time, and literally just sit and be, if that's what feels good to you. I really enjoy working with cards, so I'm probably going to do a whole lot of card readings on this, but it's all about just using the tools that work for you, but with yourself. I see this a lot as learning how to trust your intuition. Good morning, Helen. Hello, Susie. Especially because we're in Cancer season. We're in a water season. We're in a time of heightened intuition anyway. So why not play with your own intuition nowadays with the 777 portal? So as you call in your higher self, or as you call in source, or whatever spirit guides or animal guides you work with, I advise you to be open to anything. Literally go in with no expectations, and that's really hard sometimes, especially being a human. But we can often sabotage a meditation by desiring a certain outcome. So it's you can go into a meditation expecting to get this big answer about this one thing, and if you don't get that answer, it's easy to say well, I got nothing from that experience, that was kind of a waste of time. But if you're so focused on getting the outcome, you can easily miss a whole bunch of magic that happens just because it's not the magic in alignment with your desired outcome, if that makes sense. So whatever question might be in your mind right now that you want to ask your higher self, that you want to ask source, that you want to ask your spirit guides, just trust that there's a reason you want to ask a certain question, and it doesn't necessarily mean that the answer to that question is what you're meant to learn. There could be something else that comes out of an answer that has nothing to do with the question you're asking, but it had to lead you to where you're meant to be going right now, if that makes sense. Let's see, Courtney said something. I'm taking a solo overnight camping trip tonight. Going to unplug and do witchy things. That sounds amazing. That is a wonderful, like 777 is a really great day to do that. That's awesome. Love it. Bonnie says I had a lot of downloads during Yin this morning. Staying open. I love it. Isn't this what I said a couple days ago? Perhaps, Bonnie? I don't remember what we said a couple days ago. Susie, yesterday I had a wonderful discovering about my family and trauma. I didn't expect it. Things will be brought up when you're ready to handle them. And it's not always going to be what you're expecting to come up, right? Because there's such a bigger plan for us than what we can conceive in our human minds. So, intention. We'll get to, the cards later are going to help us settle on an intention. That's how I'm planning to use the cards today to help us understand like what's available to us right now. But whatever it is that you intend to discover with your inner wisdom during the 777 portal, I feel this energy rippling and building through Sunday night, because on Sunday night, Mercury and Neptune form a trine. This is a harmonious aspect between our thoughts, Mercury at 27 degrees of Cancer, and our dreams, Neptune at 27 degrees of Pisces. Kirby says, I pulled Pleiadian activation this morning from the Gateway of Light activation, the Seven Sisters star cluster. Cool, call in the Pleiadians today. I think that I don't know, that's just what I would do. So Mercury at 27 of Cancer will trine Neptune at 27 of Pisces. Mercury in Cancer already is beginning to help us align our Mercury thoughts with our Cancer intuition. So we may have been, when did Mercury enter Cancer? A couple weeks ago? Maybe 2 weeks ago, the 20th or something of June, 21st, I think, of June is when Mercury entered Cancer. But you may have found yourself thinking and speaking with more emotion. And just a quick little rant, because this came up as I was preparing for today's session. Thinking and acting and speaking, thinking and speaking with emotion, I feel like in our society has been labeled as a bad thing. You're crazy, you're a lunatic, you're just being overly emotional. And I feel like a lot of things have been presented as bad because of how powerful they really are. So we've kind of been conditioned to suppress some of our gifts. So this whole like thinking emotionally, speaking emotionally, this is intuition, because your intuition is so closely connected to your emotions. Intuition is your gut feeling. It's a feeling, you know? So I digress, but Mercury in Cancer has been helping us align our thoughts with our intuition already. And on Sunday, our thoughts, Mercury, is receiving support from the trine from Neptune in Pisces. Neptune is the god of the seas. He is the planet that rules our dreams, and he's in his own sign of Pisces. So this is the dreamer of dreams supporting our intuitive thoughts. So I see this as aligning your highest desires with what you think about your reality. So it's like Neptune is like, here, put these rose-colored glasses on, take a look at what it is you truly desire for yourself. Surprise, it's already there. You just got to learn how to step out of your own way to bring it into physical reality. It's already in the ether. Everything that you desire, the thought form makes it real in the ether. And the ether is real. It's just not 3D concrete, so it's hard for us to process that it's real. But like, it's already there. So Neptune is like this trine, this aspect is exact on Sunday night. And so I see like from the 777 portal, it's like this tunnel opens, and here comes the hands of Neptune with these rose-colored glasses, like reaching and like slowly about to put them on your face. And then when this trine becomes exact, it's like the rose-colored glasses are on. You can see the exact dream life that you've ever wanted. And it's like integrating into your mental space to help you accept that this can be your reality, that this is your reality. Now it's time for you to click your thoughts into place that it's real, if that makes sense. So we have this trine on Sunday night, so the 777 portal is open. I feel this energy is building and rippling and everything until Sunday night. But then on Monday night, the next day, Mercury, as he moves a little bit further through Cancer, he forms an opposition to Pluto. But this feels like so good. So Mercury will then be at 29 degrees of Cancer, and Pluto is at 29 degrees of Capricorn. So we know that we're working with our intuitive thoughts. Across from Pluto, Pluto is the planet of transformation. And he's in the sign, Capricorn, of boundaries and limits and how we hold ourselves back. So this opposition to me, it feels like a great opportunity to replace our limiting thoughts, our Capricorn structured Mercury thoughts, replacing those thoughts with the life of our dreams. Intuitive thoughts, what you believe that you want. There's a reason why you desire what you want. It's because it's meant for you. It's because you're worthy of it. And it's really all about just stepping out of your own way. I feel like a lot of the way that we get into our own way is how we think about things. It's all perception. Whatever you perceive your world to be is what it's going to be, you know? And this all starts within. This all starts from our inner wisdom, and this all starts in solitude and in silence. Your soul knows what's in alignment with your highest good. It's your human job to pause and listen, to stop over-explaining in your own mind and just listen. I love it, Courtney. Wow, so happy I booked a session with you on Monday. Can't wait. That'll be cool. Yeah, if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, I do all of my one-on-one sessions donation-based. So you can find my website in my Insight Timer bio. Go to my Insight Timer teacher profile, and then in the About section is my link tree. One of the first links is to my website, and that's where you can see the services that I offer. You can contact me through there. And then there's also a whole bunch of other ways to like follow me and interact with me in my link tree. I do a whole bunch. If you guys like know who I am and if you've been around with me, I worked my first spiritual festival about 2 weeks ago, and the girl that I worked with and I have a podcast together, and we just released the podcast episode talking all about our experience. So there's a link to the podcast in the link tree as well. Whole bunch of stuff. Thank you, Natalie. She says I'm amazing. Natalie is one of my tarot clients. So yeah, I offer tarot, I offer Reiki, I offer Akashic record readings. I'm like blanking. I do a whole bunch of stuff. Just check out my, I do astrology chart readings, duh. It's like my number one thing. So, we're gonna turn to the cards, and I want to ask... So, cat's out of the bag. I already showed you guys the deck that we're going to use, but I want to ask this Work Your Light deck, what is available to us during these 777 portals? So, I'm intending that this reading helps us with today's portal, the 16th portal, and the 25th portal. Because I checked ahead, I'm not going to be here on Insight Timer on those days, so we're just going to wrap it all up today. So these are always group readings, so if you would like to sorry, I got distracted by the chat. If you'd like to send your energy into this deck, intending that your highest self is going to draw a card for you that aligns with your highest needs right now. But we're asking what is available to us during these 777 portals. Sorry, one more time. Send it in. If this is your first time with me, I'm just letting you know that I always do group readings. So I'm going to allow 3 cards to fall out of the deck that are in alignment with the highest good of everyone watching. And then I will show you the backs of the 3 cards. So you are going to see the same background image 3 times. The cards are not going to look any different to the physical human eye. What I invite you to do in my sessions is to start building your intuition. So you can pay attention to like bodily senses to see if anything changes when I hold up a certain card, if a muscle twitches, or if you get an itch, or if your ear pops, or if your ear rings, or you sneeze, or something like that. If you smell something, those are all intuitive hits. Thank you very much, Charlotte, for your donation. Or your spirit guides also speak to you with your physical surroundings. So if an animal crosses your awareness, like physically in your life words, or like if your dog barks, or if your house creaks, or if like a leaf falls off of your plant, anything that changes in your reality when I hold up a card, that's your guides just letting you know, like, hey, that's maybe a super cool message for you. The whole reading is for everybody, so if you don't feel any intuitive hit, there's no need to feel bad about it. There's no need to question your intuition. That just means that today there's nothing standout-ish for you. The whole thing is equally important. Laura just came in. I missed your part about 777. Can you share a bit later on that, please? For this reason, I do record all of my sessions and they go on my YouTube channel. So you can either go through my link tree to find the YouTube link, or you can search my name, Jacqui Mancuso, on YouTube and subscribe there so you can see all the replays. I do it because these readings get really dense, and a lot of times you might want to like go back and listen. And actually, thank you for bringing this all up, because I meant to recommend watching this replay on the 16th or the 15th and on the 25th, just to get that like regurgitation of the messages that are coming for 777. All right, so I'm going to show you the backs of the 3 cards. Let us know in the chat if any cards are pulling more strongly to you today. I saw a few numbers come in. Those people are practicing their claircognizance, clear knowing. So if you just know that 1, 2, 3, a mixture of those, like if you just know that number is pulling at you right now, that's using your claircognizance as well. Okay, so here's the back of card number 1. Card number 2. And card number 3. And I will show them one more time just in case, but if you know, throw it in the chat. Thank you, Liz, for your very sweet message. I was able to glance over that. All right, so what is available to us during the 777 portal? Again, the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Christine 3, and hopefully you'll pull a 4th card after. Where did we go? Helen 2, Susie 1. 3, 2, 1. Jackie 2, Teresa 3, Lucy 3, and then Maya 3, Bonnie 3, Melinda 2, Deanne 2, Anne 1, Yvonne 3, John 2. Sandy, 2, lawnmower just started up. Exactly. We think that those things are coincidences, but you create your entire reality. You called that lawnmower to start, as weird as that might sound to some people. Kim 3, AJ 3, Amy 3, Melinda 1 is also speaking to me. Cool. Kirby 1, Bonnie 2 is for my firstborn. Cool. Laura 1 and 2, Nikki 1, Amy 2, Courtney 1, Darlene 3 is calling to me, Akriti 3, Charlotte 1, Jennifer 2 both times, birds chirped, cute. Rachel 2, Fiorella 2, Kira 2, Snez 1. I already showed them twice, Debbie. I'm sorry, I want to get going on the reading. Which number feels the best right now? And give me a moment. This is one of those decks that it's not in alphabetical order. It has sections. All right. What energy? Liz 3, Faye 3, my stomach speaking. What are you digesting? What is available to us during these 777 portals? Card number 1 asks you to share your voice. Come out of the cave, persecution, expression. You are being called to share your voice, perhaps by speaking up in a relationship, or through writing, speaking, singing, or some other form of creative expression. We each hold a truth deep within us that longs to be expressed. Sculpted for lifetimes, the voice of your soul is like no other. It carries with it wisdom that can only be gained through soul history and growth. By remembering, tapping into, and expressing this unique tone, we not only heal ourselves, we also heal the planet at large. When you share your voice, you unlock something in the universe and call a missing piece of you home. Your individual voice is the most powerful sound current on the planet. If you have kept your soul's voice silenced or held back, chanting or singing could be truly life-changing for you. As we shed the layers of our personality and start letting our unique soul speak through us, we discover that we actually have a clear message that longs to be shared. The more we speak it, the clearer it gets. There has never been a better time in history than right now to rise up, speak your truth, and share your soul's voice. If you feel fearful, know that you are not alone and that the world needs your unique tone in order to harmonize. As we each rise up and share our song, we make it easier for the next person to do the same. Express yourself, share your voice, speak to those who can hear you. I love this, especially for right now, the 777 portal. What is available to us is sharing your voice. What is happening, that the astrology that I chose to talk about today, right? It's not like there's a whole sky going on, and I chose first to talk about Mercury twice. Mercury is the planet of expression, communication, ideas, sharing. This is so in alignment with what I was bringing to the table today. I think it's really cool. So sharing your voice, what I got from that card is not only, like, you don't need to like hop on your microphone and get on your soapbox and preach to the world. That's not always what this type of message means. It can literally be as simple as speaking affirmations out to the universe just to put the vibration of what you intend into your reality. I say affirmations aloud all day long, and by doing so, I have literally been changing the vibration of my reality to believe what it is that I'm saying. You create your own reality. You have such power in your sound waves. There are times, so I have this affirmation board it's a whiteboard, and I do rotating affirmations depending on the month, the zodiac season, the full moon, and the new moon. So it's always changing around, and I do my best to speak them out loud as often as I can. And a practice that like felt really good to me is to tell my dogs, like, hey, let me tell you something. And I tell them these affirmations as if they're true. And it's literally just getting it out of my inside and making it real through my voice. So you guys can do stuff like that. Love it, love it, love it. Oh my gosh, Jackie, you started reading E Squared. That's one of my favorite books. Love it, Lucy. How lovely. This spoke to me, even though not card number 1 that stood out to me. Again, the whole reading is always for all of us, and sometimes your guides are just like poking you at a certain card. So don't think you need to negate the other messages if they didn't call out. Jennifer, I'll tell you real quick, because E Squared, it's by Pam Grout. It is a very lovely book. It's easy to read. It is about how we create our own reality. So there's like little short chapters, and then after each chapter, you perform a 24 to 48 hour experiment proving that you create your own reality. Just put my first experiment to test in E Squared. So, and the experiments are awesome. You just set an intention and then you sit back and you watch, and it's so cool. So I highly recommend that book to literally everybody. Love it, love it, love it. Kirby says, I know this is my card, but I'm such an introvert and I'm not pleased about it. Talk to your dogs. Talk to your dogs. Elena, E Squared by Pam Grout. Thank you, Jackie. All right, what else is available to us during these 777 portals? Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. Oh, that solitude, inner wisdom? What? Nah, just a coincidence, right, guys? The most selfless thing you can do is to fill up your own inner well. When we are running around half filled, we subconsciously look to things and people around us to give us the nourishment and nurturing that we so deeply crave. Nothing can grow in barren lands. You are no good to anyone if you're running on empty. The feminine is bountiful, fertile, and rich. Tend to your own well and watch as the amount you have to give multiplies. If your inner well isn't full, you will find yourself craving things from the outside world to fill it. This is our body's instinctive way of reaching for the grounding and nurturing that we are not allowing ourselves. What nourishes you? What refuels your body? What is nectar for your soul? What brings you back to life? What is your secret medicine? What makes you feel abundant and fertile, overspilling with life? It may be gardening, arranging flowers, getting a massage, using luxurious essential oils, snuggling up on the couch, hiking, sipping a good coffee at your favorite cafe, attending a women's circle, reading about sacred sites, spontaneous bike rides, walking along the beach, or yin yoga. What nourishes you is your medicine. When you give yourself the medicine that you need to be nourished, you nourish all those around you, for there is more than enough to go around. You are invited to do something that deeply replenishes you today. So deep replenishment doesn't necessarily mean like lazing around and binge watching Netflix. It can if that's what fills your soul. But this message is something that I've been on lately. Like, this is something that I feel like I've been talking about often lately. Just do what makes you happy. Do what fills you up. Ask yourself if you're choosing to do what you want to do or if you're doing things out of obligation. Because 9.9 times out of 10, the obligations are just up here. And if you don't do the obligations, everything is fine anyway. You're here to enjoy this life, so why not do something that you enjoy? You know, I try as hard as I can to make time to go for walks, to make time to read, to make time to just be with my dogs, to make time to meditate. And of course, I'm not perfect, right? I've been super stressed out lately. I've been very busy, but this is a really good reminder to just do something for you. And even if you only have 5 or 10 minutes to do something for yourself, make the most out of those 5 or 10 minutes. Allow your whole, be mindful of those 5 to 10 minutes. Don't sit there thinking about well, I gotta rush this self-care so I can get back to everything I have to do. It's a practice, it's not going to happen the first time you sit down for yourself if you're used to always giving. But this card is reminding you, the 777 portal, about solitude and inner wisdom. You deserve to do something that feels good for you. Hammock. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. It is a practice. It is a practice. And you go in and out, I'm really good at being lazy. I'm a Taurus. Not all Tauruses are lazy, but it's my way of making it okay for myself. But then there's other times that I know I gotta do some work, but I try to take some time every day to do something for me, because I know I can feel it. I can feel when I'm reaching my edge, when I'm doing too much for others, and I know that it's not the best me. They're not getting the best me. So I have to take time for myself so that I can give the best me. I love it. Melinda says this is right on. Helen is craving ice cream. I love it. Thank you, Victoria. 7 virtues. I knew that there were more 7s out there. What else is available for us during this 777 portal? The 7 dwarfs. Thank you, Helen. What else? If you guys just joined, I was speaking before about how 7 is the lucky number 7. There's 7 days in the week. There's 7 chakras. There's 7 continents. My goodness. We're showing my age. 7 continents, 7 seas, the 7 sins, 7 virtues, 7 dwarfs. What else is 7? I feel like there's more. What? 7 notes on a scale. I love that too. Can my headache have to do with this portal? Potentially. It's hard to say. There's a lot of things that can cause a headache. What do you believe your headache is from? That's the truth. God created the world in 7 days. A lot of 7 energy. All right, what else is available to us during these 777 portals? Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? You are being called to create clearer boundaries in your life. This could be with your friends, family, or work. Saying yes when you really mean no leads to resentment, which is the biggest energy drain ever. At first, it might only be a little bit and not feel like a big deal, but before you know it, your energy field becomes porous, and you are left feeling depleted, resentful, or even taken advantage of. Saying no and having clear boundaries is actually a spiritual act. The most giving, loving, compassionate people are those with the clearest boundaries. For when they say yes, they are able to give unconditionally. When your boundaries are clear, others know where they stand, and you are able to give freely. If you are not clear where your boundaries lie, this causes confusion, resentment, and energetic cords to be planted. If you are saying yes when you really mean no, you are likely needing something yourself. Ask yourself, what part of me needs something from them? It could be a need for approval, a fear of being seen a certain way, or a fear of loss. The best way to gauge your boundaries is to check in with your belly. Your belly is the second brain. It has an intelligence known as your gut feelings. Tune into this place when deciding what is okay for you. How does it feel? What is it trying to communicate with you? Where in your life do you need to establish better boundaries? I have a lot to say about this card today, and this makes me very happy. So what's available to us during the 777 portal, like, set your boundaries and accept that it's okay to set boundaries. Oftentimes, and this is, a pattern from my past, people-pleasing, over-giving, no boundaries is a response to, like, needing self-validation. At least in my past, I would overgive and overextend myself in the hopes that the other person would very much appreciate what I was doing. Again, 9.9 times out of 10, they could give two shits what I was giving. As long as they were getting what they needed, they didn't care where it came from. So I was just overextending myself, depleting myself for no gain to myself. Not saying that you're supposed to give in order to gain something, but you also shouldn't deplete yourself for the sake of needing validation from someone else. This is interesting because yesterday I was walking with a friend and we were talking about what is the middle path. Buddhist teaching, I think, I don't know, I got my yin yang up there. I've been talking a lot about Sagittarius energy has been coming up a lot for me. So I've been going through this whole mental thing of like, okay, we have the dark, we have the light. We're here to choose the middle, right? Believe me, this has to do with the boundaries card. Give me a second. For me, it's really easy to see what is the dark, what is the shadow. It's the evil in the world. It's the things that we don't want to see. It's the things that are scary and bad intentions and all that stuff. So my conundrum was, aren't we supposed to be moving towards the light? Like, where is the balance between dark and light? Isn't light the answer? So I asked him, what is the over light? What is it in your opinion? It's so easy to see, like, okay, we can like dip into the shadow, but we don't want to live in the shadow. But we're being told to ascend, right? Like, that's the goal, is to ascend. But if you're not supposed to be too much in the light, what is too much in the light? And this just came to my awareness yesterday, and this boundaries card has a lot to do with it. His opinion, and it resonates with me, too much light is overextending yourself all of the time. Always giving, having no boundaries for yourself, having no self-care, just overly selfless always for others. The dark can be overly selfish always for self. And the middle path is doing both. Taking care of yourself as you take care of others, as you take care of yourself. Whoa, I hope that made sense for you guys. Jacqui, that seems to me to support giving from the heart and not from the head. So I also, a few months ago, this was my birthday gift to myself, I had this whole download about black, white, and green. I see this as black and white are yin and yang, and green is the heart. So like, we always are love, right? As you walk both paths, but stay in the middle, and it all leads from love. So Maya, slowly but surely heading to the middle. Who cares what speed you're going? Who cares what speed you're going? And yes, Bonnie, we are in Cancer season, self-care. I love it. I will be pulling one more card from a different deck. I do want to mention, if you guys are enjoying today's session, it's really nice to have you here. We've been having a whole lot of interaction in the chat. I'm very happy to see all of the chat today. I wish I could read all the comments. If you guys would like to offer an energy exchange in the form of a donation, those are always appreciated, never expected. If you'd like to support me in other ways, you can follow me on Insight Timer. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel where I post replays of all of my sessions, so you can even go see the backlog of stuff I've talked about in the past. In my link tree, which is in my Insight Timer bio, you can find all of my links. So if you want to work one-on-one with me, you can find my website there. My YouTube channel is there, my TikTok, my Facebook, everything. I'm not on Instagram because apparently it's a whole thing. I don't care to talk about it. I don't like Instagram. Yeah, but the whole interaction, like commenting on my socials, following me on socials. Those are all ways to exchange energy. It doesn't always have to be dollars. It could be time and effort and just words, you know? Share your voice. Share your voice. I love it. Oh, thank you so much, Christine, Jackie, Monica, Fiorella, Melinda, Bonnie, Fiona, Nicole. My goodness. Thank you guys very much. That's very much appreciated. Thank you, Carrie. Victoria says, the teacher Terry Cole in here has a challenge on exactly boundaries. I recommend you listen to that one. I love it. And I just scrolled up real quick and I saw your question. What if people don't respect your boundaries? Why would you keep them in your life? A lot of times people come to teach us lessons as well. So the problem is never anyone else. For all situations, the problem's never the other person. The problem is always what's being triggered within you. So if you're feeling like someone is not respecting your boundaries, how firm do you feel your boundaries? How hard are you expressing your boundaries, right? And sometimes you do need to separate from a person who's not respecting your boundaries in order for you to figure out, like, what are my boundaries? You know, instead of having this just like constant negative force on you, sometimes the separation is necessary. Sometimes you can work through that work while you still have that in your face. So it's a whole thing. There's a lot of different ways to look at the situation, but I like being offended by people because it allows me to go in and say, like, okay, cool. What can I heal within myself based off of what happened there? That's just me. Thank you, Margot, for your donation. Very much appreciated. Christine says she's done that boundaries course and it's very good. I love it. Oh, thank you, Bonnie, for that reminder. Bonnie, you're like our spiritual community person. So I do have a group on Insight Timer called Our Spiritual Community where Bonnie helps with the recaps of the oracle cards. So every day after our sessions, she types a little description from our oracle reading in our spiritual community. So if the YouTube thing is like too much for you and you just want a quick little text recap, you can hop over to our spiritual community to see that. But it's also a place where we share meditations and stuff that we find on Insight Timer. It's our spiritual community. So you can talk about whatever you want in there. Like things that your current reality people might think that you're crazy for talking about, bring it to our spiritual community. We all believe in aliens. We all know that we create our own reality. But yeah, it's a really cool place to share ideas, meditations, share your voice, you know. Ava, the group name is called Our Spiritual Community. So just search Our Spiritual Community and it comes up. All right, so just quick recap from the first deck was Work Your Light. We asked what is available to us during the 777 portals, which include today, the 16th, and the 25th, all the numbers that add up to 7. So we had share your voice, letting your intentions literally vibrate into your current reality. I suggested saying it to your dogs, talking to your plants, talking to yourself in the mirror too. Oh, I love mirror work. Deep replenishment. This doesn't have to be deep rest. This is filling your soul with something that lights you up. What do you want to do right now? Do it. And setting your boundaries. You know? Oh my gosh. Maybe you can share your voice by setting boundaries with the people in your life who appear to need all of your time so that you can go do something that involves deep replenishment. And this can look like, you know, just a quick example. My clients are the best. I have the best clients. And if something comes up and there's an opportunity that I want to take advantage of for deep replenishment, I can share my voice to ask for some boundaries, like, hey, this opportunity came up. Do you mind if we move our appointment an hour later? And it's always up to them to say yes or no. That's their boundary. You have to respect other people's boundaries in order for you to get firm on your boundaries as well. Carrie, the universe is unending. We humans could be daft to think we're the only... Oh, yeah. The alien thing. I got you. Darlene, number 3 is spot on for me. I'm working on centering on myself rather than on others. It's difficult because you have to be with yourself all the time. It's difficult, but once you break through some of those layers and you just love and accept yourself, oh my goodness. I used to hate being with myself. I used to be terrified at the thought of being with my own thoughts. There was a time not too long ago, I'm pretty young still, there was a time not too long ago that I did not want to be in a quiet room because I did not want to know what was going to come out. And now that's my favorite thing in the world. I love being by myself. Darlene, thank you so much for your donation. We're going to pull one more card from the Archangel Animal Oracle deck. And in relation to these 777 portals, I'm going to ask which animal and archangel wants to support us during our 777 portal ventures into solitude and inner wisdom and all that stuff. So thank you guys very much for your time, your comments, your energy. All the donations are very much appreciated. Bonnie says, I used to think being with myself was so I could overthink everything for everyone's benefit. No more. I get that. I love that. Liz says, there are times when talking to myself and also talking to my plants is the best conversation I have all day. That's great. That is great. All right. Which animal and archangel would like to support us during these 777 portals? I forgot the question for a second. This time it is the hedgehog and Archangel Gabriel. The message is be a magnet for light, joy, and love. Love and joy. Hedgehogs originate from Orion, the plane of wisdom and enlightenment. Despite their prickles, they radiate harmlessness so that humans feel safe with them. They make people laugh and feel happy. This allows them to open up to universal information in a way that lets them absorb wisdom. These little creatures work with the beautiful Archangel Gabriel. They radiate his pure white light and blaze a trail of it wherever they travel. Within it are held the keys and codes of happiness, peace, clarity, and other ascension qualities. The angels of Orion sing over hedgehogs, and the angel sonics purify the area around them. This helps you to heal your past and light up your future. Their service is to consume unwanted grubs. This card is a reminder to laugh at your troubles and take them lightly. Invoke Archangel Gabriel and center yourself in his pure white light so that you absorb the keys and codes of the ascension qualities he carries. Then, open yourself to the angels of Orion, who come to you when you connect with the hedgehogs. Their sonics, even though you may not be able to hear them, will enable you to rise above your past and create a happy, joyous, and love-filled future. Remember that you too can profoundly affect those around you. When you fill your aura with white light, it touches others and enables them to laugh and see higher possibilities. You all become harmless. You are invited to take yourself and your loved ones into a relaxed, peaceful world of fun and laughter. I love it. This is that Mercury trine Neptune energy that we're approaching on Sunday as our desires build and build and build. This is literally allowing yourself to accept and believe that whatever you dream of, whatever joy, happiness, and light you see in the future, accepting that it is here right now And it is up to you to get out of your own way, right? To let go of those past stories and just accept the love and laughter into your life. Another thing that the book didn't even touch on that I couldn't stop thinking about as I was reading that, what are those prickles on the hedgehog? Are those ways of setting his boundaries? He has boundaries. He's prickly. If you aggravate him, he might poke you, but 9 times out of 10, he's completely harmless, and it's just there so that you know? Setting boundaries doesn't have to be intimidating and aggressive all of the time. Setting boundaries is literally just saying, like, this is my line, and when you cross it, you might have some consequences. Not as, like, a form of fear or anything. Gabriel West Water, very Cancer. Thank you, Susie. I didn't put those together. I don't know very much about the archangels. I love it. Helen says Orion's Belt is one of your favorite constellations. Love it. Carrie loves it. E.L. loves it. Lucy loves the Hoggies. Kim, great critter card. Rochelle, we are just about to leave today, but good morning to you as well. So again, we have this 777 portal available today, again on the 16th and on the 25th, because those numbers add up to 7. So I invite you to rewatch this before the 16th and the 25th if you would like that refresher. There's also going to be the text update of the Oracle cards in our spiritual community, thanks to Bonnie. And for that, you could just search our spiritual community in the groups on Insight Timer. And I believe that there's also a link if you go into my teacher profile. I think it might have like a link to my groups, and that's the only group that I have. So share your voice, however that seems, right? It's all about making it a reality. Speak your dreams, like speak them, write them, get them out, make it reality. Replenish yourself, do whatever makes you happy, do whatever expands your energy. Again, I was talking about like doing what you want to do versus doing what you're obliged to do. Focusing on your obligations, you think that you're going to be very productive and like boom, 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 I'm getting everything done. Look at me go. If you're enjoying what you're doing, by all means, you are doing that. But if you're like doing things because you have to do them, you're literally constricting your energy and you're closing off blessings, right? Expand your energy by doing things that fill you up, doing things that replenish you. And it's okay to set your boundaries. The hedgehog has plenty of boundaries and we can see them all the time. Are you afraid of the hedgehog? Some people might be, but there's no innate fear associated with the hedgehog. Thanks, Carmina. I didn't realize today's Ringo Starr's birthday. Love it, love it. Liz says, I got a calendar for 2023 called You Have the Power to Create Change. The words on it for July are, you are powerful, beautiful, brilliant, and brave. To everyone in the community here, you are more than deserving of the words on it. Thank you, Liz. And likewise to yourself. Share your voice. Speak it as if it are true, you know? Sometimes with the intentions, the affirmations, you gotta fake it till you make it. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Thank you so much for joining me today. Next week, I will be back on Monday and Tuesday. Let me check my schedule and see. That's right, we have some planets shifting around next week. So on Monday, Mars is entering Virgo, so the planet of aggression and passion and drive enters Virgo, the purity sign of the Virgin. We'll see what that looks like. And then on Tuesday, Mercury, after he has his opposition with Pluto, he'll be entering Leo. So the planet that governs our thoughts is entering the sign of the gregarious king, the ever-loving king. So let's see it. I love it, Susie. 207. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Karen, for your donation. Very much appreciated. Thank you, everyone, just for your energy, your insights, your chats, your just being here, just supporting and everything. Thank you, everyone, for the donations. Very much appreciated. Thanks for all the follows, looking me up on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. I love my TikTok. I'm finally like embracing it. So check it out. Yeah, it's not as stupid and silly as people have said. It's another one of those things that like it's been told that it's bad because it's powerful, in my opinion. Sending love to all. Namaste. Enjoy the 777 portal. Enjoy your solitude. Enjoy your inner wisdom. I invite you to connect to a question for your higher self and to detach from the potential answer and just see what comes. Because you never know. The question could be leading you to a completely different place. Take care, everybody.